Hey everyone, my name is Nick. This is Film Quest. Today we are watching the season finale of House of the Dragon. I am excited for this one. I've been waiting for so long. It leaked earlier this week, but I haven't watched it. I haven't, I've seen some stuff on Twitter, but I've kind of shied away from it. I know there's some discourse, but we'll just have to see and watch the episode and see if it's warranted. Last episode we had a couple of missteps, I think, with the way Kristen Cole kind of murdered Lord Beesbury. I feel like they could have done that a little better. I would have preferred it to not be in such an accidental way. It just seems like Sir Kristen just has a bunch of baby rage moments and just kills people accidentally. And it's just, I would like him a little better as a character, I think. They went that route with him and did something, better. Rhaenys coming up through the dragon pit. After having a week to sit on that and kind of process it, it's fine, I guess. It's an action sequence for this season. I mean, we were kind of hurting for a couple action sequences. Her just not completely ending the Greens. I can see it as a way to respect Alicent after having that conversation, and I think the thing they're trying to get is these are complicated people that have to make snap decisions in the moment, and your nature takes over at some point, and you are a murderer or you aren't. And I don't know that Rhaenys is particularly bloodthirsty, at least not right now. But anyway, just going over a couple things from last episode. I want to get into this one as quickly as possible. Episode 10 is just under an hour. Let's get into it and see what they've got for us this week. No, the painted table on Dragonstone in the shape of Westeros.
Was 4 and 10, same as you are now. I wasn't ready to be Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Wasn't she 15?
But it was my duty, and in time,
I thought she was.
Understand, I had to earn. Perfect.
Perfect.
I am anything but. My father
True.
looked after me and helped to prepare me for my duties.
Oh, was that him? He went straight to him?
Do the same for you.
Harold Westerling?
Good morrow, Princess.
No, that's not him. Nope, just another bald guy.
Princess has just arrived on Dragonback. She urgently requests an audience with you and Prince Daemon.
Yep, spilling the beans.
Rightful king.
That whore of a queen murdered my brother and stole his throne, and you could have burnt more for it.
Yeah.
War is like to be fought over. This treachery to be. The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra.
She wants no part of it.
And for your children.
She's going into labor. Too soon.
Get off! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh God, I'm glad I don't have to experience childbirth.
Your lady mother needs to see you. Both of you.
Yeah, Jace is really hard on him. Jeez.
You are now its heir. Naught is to be done but by my command.
Yeah. Not until she dies.
Patrol the skies on Virmax.
Did you hear what I said?
The ravens, Lord Artemis.
I shall see it done.
Summon Sir Stefan. Our king's
Yeah, Daemon's not much of a follower. That much has been very clear.
Fulfill long service to the crown. So I'm presenting you with a choice.
Oh God. Oh. I love that theme.
Princess, let us help you.
God. Ugh. Straight out, just dead. Stillbirth. Oh, I've never seen the. Is it actually scaly, like in the books? Oh god, that is gnarly. Oh, she's gonna do it herself without the Silent Sisters. This is one of the twins. Viserys' crown. Rhaenyra's got 3 of them. They've got 4. No, 3 too, because the Lord Commander, he just left. Less glamorous coronation. Music's good here. Very good. Preparations for war. Probably haven't used these pieces since Aegon took the 7 Kingdoms. She looks good with the crown on. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
What of Storm's End and Winterfell?
There has never lived a Stark who forgot an oath, and with House Stark,
Stark,
the North
yeah.
will follow.
The sails for Dragonstone.
To declare for his queen.
That's a big ally.
In my husband.
A lone galleon flying a banner of a 3-headed green dragon.
Alert the watchtowers. Sight the
3-headed green dragon. Oh, so in the books, Aegon takes the gold dragon as his sigil during this time. Gold for his dragon's color. Oh, this is a rematch of episode 2. Less fog this time.
Princess Rhaenyra. Where is the princess?
We're doing this again. That's a threat, buddy. You best believe that's a threat. Cutting off their escape. Not as big as I thought she would be, considering how big Balerion is after. I mean, Drogon is after just a few years in Game of Thrones. Though she was in the dragon pit, which stops them from growing as large.
For your drunken usurper cunt of a king.
Aegon
He's honest.
Targaryen sits the eye.
Ooh, tense. Oh, the page she ripped out. Ooh,
Me, Lord Hightower,
upsetting the dragon.
No.
Now she's showing mercy. Daemon's not gonna like that. Could you call your dragon? We kind of gotta go. Can you move the dragon, please? Thank you.
Dragons flew to war. Everything burned.
Yeah.
I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone. And he chose me as his successor.
That he did.
Defend the realm. Clear the room.
We gotta have this talk. We gotta have this talk. Rainy's gonna stay there? Or is she getting out too? Ooh! She told him.
What?
Did she? She didn't.
Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
Yeah. He's angry. He's pissed. Oh, so she thought he knew. He was never the heir. He never considered him the heir. And that pisses him off. Ugh.
Baylor and Rhaena needed you, and you abandoned us for more adventure at sea. As has always been your way.
I had no other place.
True love is the sea.
Your brother is also dead.
Oh. Oh yeah, he didn't know.
In his haste to bury you and...
Heedless ambition has always been a Velaryon
weakness.
He's acknowledging it.
All right, Rainy.
Yeah, he's gotten old.
There were other concerns which demanded the prince's attention.
Indeed. He's smart.
You honor me, Lord Corlys.
Yeah. It's her doing.
Princess Rhaenys. Before I send them to war.
I like this. They're not
The consequence
power hungry monsters. They're people.
lies in is that we now control them. I took care to fully garrison the
Oh,
territory
wow.
this time.
Release and patrol the gullet myself.
Ooh.
Let's see.
It's tough sending your kids.
Viserys will fly south to Storm's End and treat with Lord Boros Baratheon. We must
Oh,
remind these lords
music's working overdrive this episode. It's so great.
that as men, we can find some common interest.
Yes, Your Grace.
That's my boy.
I expect you will receive a very warm welcome.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, mother.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, love that theme. This is Arax, I think. Melius and Vermax. Woo. That's Vermithor. The second largest dragon in the world, currently riderless. That was Jaehaerys' mount. What's the point of this? What's he doing? Oh, there wasn't a point. Weird. Storm's End. Oh, this is so tense. Oh, God, I know what's gonna happen. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. That size difference. Oh, no. Yeah, Aemon's here. Oh.
Loboros. I brought you a message.
Very Baratheon. Baratheons are proud.
Where's the bloody maester?
Oh, God, he can't read? I forgot about that. Yeah, I think he... Oh, God.
Wait,
Oh, here it is.
my lords. No.
Oh.
Put out your eye.
He did it. He did the thing.
It's payment for mine.
Yeah, he wore that.
Now.
Ooh, God. That was well done. Now is one of the girls gonna call him a wimp? Yeah, he wants to get the F out of here, bro. Did you see that dragon over there? We got to go. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Trying to fly out of the storm. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh. I'm toying with him. Yeah, too big to go through there. God, that's a monster. Oh! Yeah, dragons. Oh, that's so good! It's an illusion that we control the dragons. Yeah, they're like horses. Like, you can lose control of a horse. Oh, God! Oh, God. Yeah. Well, that's how it happens in the books. Not intentional, though. Oh, God. Are we gonna hear about it? Does Daemon know? Does he gotta tell her? That's gonna push her to action. That's it. Son for a son. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's on now. Like, it is on. Yikes. Incredible. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit some people down and have a chat with them real quick. Okay, saw a lot of stuff about Daemon doing out of character things and people not liking it. Daemon's a violent person. Yes, he loves his family, but he is a violent person. He has always been a violent person. I know people like to fetishize him and think that, oh, he's a bad boy, but when he loves his family, he wouldn't do anything to hurt his family. No, that doesn't exist. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Get help. Get help. People don't just have a soft spot for their family. To an extent, yes. But if somebody pisses them off, it doesn't matter who it is. They're gonna act the way that they act. Okay, there might be more leeway for a family member, but it's not a be-all, end-all, like, catch of he won't do this. He'd do anything. Okay, I saw nothing in this episode that made me think Daemon acted out of character. And anybody saying that, oh, it's the show writers favor the Greens or whatever, you're dumb. That's not how this works. They're telling a story. Okay, people, they're telling a nuanced story. It's a story about people. It's not a story about monsters versus monsters. The books would have you believe that both sides are monsters, and they fought this long, bloody war, and for nothing. But what you've got to understand, and if you've read the book, you've actually read the books instead of just read or what people have said about them, you would know this is a book that is written as a history text. It's written from the accounts of 3 different people who are all biased. Okay, there's one, mushrooms, like, just trying to tell the raunchiest stuff and make people out to be like the raunchiest, just vile and disgusting things, which some of them are true, but he embellishes quite a bit, or he doesn't, and everything he says is factual. We don't know. You got Grand Maester Orwyle, who was present for a lot of these events, wrote an account after it happened by a few years, I believe, at least, and tries to write it in a way that makes him look better. So truth is getting stretched, and it just flat out made up at a lot of points. And then there's more accounts of just like he said, she said stuff. And then this guy, who is himself has his own biases, is telling this story and giving you, based on his biases, what he thinks is the truth in between everything. So this information has been filtered through like 3 or 4 people at this point, maybe more. The truth of what happened at that point is far exaggerated and stretched and just not a thing anymore. It's a story at that point with, we don't even know how many embellishments. I saw a lot of people hate on Aemond. I assume because of, I saw some people saying something about not controlling the dragons. Guys, there's a whole thing at the beginning of the first episode, or in the first episode in the beginning of the season, Viserys says the idea that we control the dragons is an illusion, and he's right. And anybody that's ridden a horse or worked with an animal knows they're wild animals. Yes, you can do things and make them, more agreeable, but they're still animals, and they will act like animals if something happens that provokes them, such as Arax firing on Vhagar, and Vhagar's like, no. Okay, they direct these things. They don't control them outright. And I love the choice to have Aemond try to stop Vhagar, because he's not an idiot. Okay, in the books he's portrayed as like a kinslayer, just this like just vile human being. And the show has shown so far that he is a lot more complicated than that. He got his eye cut out by this kid, and he wants, revenge, or he wants to, I want your eye. I don't want your life. I want your eye. And he's, at that point, probably just messing with him. And then it gets out of hand. And you can see that when he's trying to stop Vhagar, and he does it, and he knows what he's done. Like, oh my God, I've pretty much assured that the war is starting. Because he's not dumb. He's not dumb. He wouldn't just... It just makes no sense if you think about it in the books. Like, unless he was an absolute monster. Which is, like, it has gone through so many different people that it has basically become, like, this person's a monster, this person's a monster. It's, like, the absolute worst that you can believe them. And then they've got, like, oh, we've got all these facts to back it up. Yeah, well, you're not seeing the intricacies of everything. The showrunners have to go put that in later. And they do a fantastic job of it, I think. Like, yeah, they've had some missteps personally with stuff I would have done differently. But that's my personal bias. That doesn't mean that it's bad. It means that I would have done that differently. I would have approached that in a different way. So Daemon lashing out in anger at Rhaenyra, that could have been a little stronger, because he doesn't really know what she's talking about. But I think they wrote it in a way that they were like, he realizes that he was like, Rhaenyra realizes that Daemon was never told. Therefore, he was never, even though when he was officially Viserys' heir, he was never entrusted with this information. Rhaenyra wants peace. She wants to hold the realm together, and Daemon wants his enemies to bleed, and he wants to go do it himself, and he wants the fight. Like, he wants to burn every, like, maybe not, obviously you can't rule over a realm that's just burned to the ground, but, you can burn a good portion of it to show your power, and he's talked about this constantly, like, go out and show them who's boss, make them fear you, which is a lot of the reason that Otto, in all of this, doesn't want Daemon anywhere near the throne. In fact, he originally wanted Rhaenyra over Daemon until the king got an heir, who happened to be through his daughter, because he, moved politically, all that. So even Otto, as the kind of the linchpin of the Greens, starting all of this, did so with the best of intentions. And then, the king needs a queen. Well, I mean, I got a daughter, so, let's see if we can't get that to happen. All right, the king's got more heirs, so great. Daemon's far away from the throne. Oh, Daemon marries Rhaenyra. Well, even extra, I don't want Rhaenyra on the throne. Yeah. So this whole season and has just been insane and in such a human way too. Going through everything, and it's not one singular misunderstanding, right? Like it's always more complicated than that, because you always give people the benefit of the doubt, especially people that you care about, and then to be constantly just have these constant things just keep going wrong, and it takes more than one thing to break apart a family this badly, and that is it. It's just even at that point, like, Alicent wants to give terms to Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra is thinking about that because she is her father's daughter. She wants there to be peace, and she's actually thinking like, well, it's not about right and who has the right, it's about keeping the realm whole, especially with this prophecy that she was burdened with. And like how many people have to die so that I can be queen? How much do I even really want this? And that's what makes Daemon so angry with her too, I'm sure. It's like, I married you so that I could be king, consort, whatever, you know, on the throne, by the throne, whatever. And we're not just gonna give that up. And she's like, well, I mean, like, why though? And oh God, the fantastic thing about it is she might have even considered it until Lucerys dies. And now we're probably gonna get that Rhaenyra that they talk about in the books, that like just paranoid and just like, I'm the queen and it's my right, I'm the heir. We're probably gonna get a lot of that. She's probably gonna be hardened quite a bit after losing a son, especially to the Greens like that. In just such a crazy way. And maybe Aemond will become crazy, unhinged person that the books make him out to be, because these are all people writing about him at the end, you know, years after he's died. So was he always like that, or did that happen? Like at that point, like, you're a kinslayer, you're that is extremely looked down upon. You're disgusting. Your name is dragged through the mud. It's basically Jaime being called Kingslayer. Except he actually did it, and you know, he didn't want to do it, but it happened. It was an accident. So what is he going to do now? Is he just gonna, well, I'll be the monster that they think that I am, or is he gonna try and fight against that? We'll have to see for season 2. I'm in. I've loved this season. This was great. I must admit, I have recently rewatched the first season of Game of Thrones, and I think the first season of the original Game of Thrones is a stronger story. Basically because of the way it was written. Anybody who's read Game of Thrones knows the first book. You can read the first book and it almost, I swear to God, it almost reads like a script to the show. At least for the first couple episodes. They follow it that closely. And they have all this dialogue to adapt and this strong, tight story to tell. Whereas these guys have to tell a story, a prologue, essentially, over 30 years in a season. And we got a change of actors because they grow up. We've got kids that change actors 2 or 3 times because they have to grow from babies to young adults very quickly. And I think it's amazing what they've done with all of these roadblocks and just walls that they've had to climb over to get this done and get it done in a way that makes sense and is interesting. So I think they've done an amazing job with this show, and this episode is just as good as any of them. So that's pretty much, I think, all I've got to say on it. Went kind of a little bit on a rant there, but like I was looking through Twitter, man, and it was a shit show. I just ever since episode 9, like you don't get it. But anyways, guys, that's it for me on this episode. I'll be back next season watching this, and hopefully it'll be just as good as it's been now. Like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.